This is Phil from the Next Chapter team. Welcome to another ETF review. Today's ETF review will focus on 4 ETFs from the First Trust Capital Investment Group. Before we jump into the review, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Help the channel grow and reach out to more viewers. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another ETF review from the Next Chapter team. Jumping to the review, we're going to look at 4 different ETFs. The first one is going to be the First Trust Large Cap Growth Fund. The next one is the First Trust Dorsey Wright Momentum and Dividend Fund. And then the third is the Small Cap Growth Fund. And then finally, our sector play here is the First Trust Healthcare Fund. For each fund, we're going to take a quick look at the ETF category, fund benchmark, fund summary, expense recap, top holdings, and then, of course, that performance. First up is FTC. This is our First Trust Large Cap Growth Fund. This one is a large growth, and it goes against the NASDAQ Alpha DEX Large Cap Growth Index. Expense ratio 0.60. That means for every $10,000, it's about $60 in expenses. All right, with this one, you get about 187 different stocks, which include companies like Vistar Corp, Iron Mountain Incorporated, Howmet Aerospace, Bank of New York Mellon, General Electric Company, and Tran Technologies. Now, what sectors do you get here? All right, nice little mix, but first off, a leader, industrials. I don't see that often. Industrials at 24.72. Next up, information technology at 24.54, close follower. Consumer discretionaries at 14.07. Financials at 11.56. Now, the following are all under 10%. Healthcare, communication services, consumer staples, real estate, utilities, materials, and energy. Let's move into the performance. All right. Performance 1 year 35.75, 3 years 6.32, 5 year 13.98, and 10 year 12.29. Next up is ETF that goes by DDIV. This is the First Trust Dorsey Wright Momentum and Dividend ETF. This one has ETF category of mid-cap value. This ETF indexes off of the Dorsey Wright Momentum plus Dividend Index. All right, and now that one comes with an expense ratio of 0.06, so that means for every $10,000, roughly $60 in expenses. All right, you get about 50 different stocks in this ETF, which includes companies like One Main Holdings, Lamar Advertising Company, Iron Mountain again, Package Corporation of America, Jeffers Financial Group, Popular INC, Eris Management Corporation Class A, and Corebridge Financials. Financials so many times. Let's look at that sector breakdown. Financials is taking the lead here. Financials is 45%. Wow. That's one of the larger ones I've seen in quite some time. Real estate is about 15.67. Consumer discretion's at 12.43. And then from here, everything else is under 10%. You get sectors like energy, industrials, information technology, materials, and utilities. Let's take a look at that performance for DDIV. We get 36.01 for 1 year, 9.14 for 3 year, 10.43 for 5 year, and 10 year is 9.36. Jumping into our third ETF, we have a First Trust Small Cap Growth Alpha Index. This one is a small growth is the category. Tracks against the NASDAQ Alpha DEX Small Cap Growth Index. Expense ratio 0.70. That means for every $10,000, you would be about $70 in expenses annually. All right, you get about 264 different companies here. And what do you get? Summit Therapeutic, ADMA Biologic, Zeta Global Holdings, Powell Industries, Alignment Healthcare, Carpenter Technology Corporation, IES Holdings, Baldwin Insurance Group, EchoStar Corporation, and Hawkins INC. Taking the lead in sectors is healthcare at 21.87, industrials at 19.02, information technology at 14.86, and then financials at 12.44. Everything else is under 10%. That includes consumer discretionary, real estate, energy, communication services, materials, consumer staples, and utilities. Let's take a look at that performance. 1 year, 32.67. 3 year, 1.85. Wow, that's pretty low. But they make it up for the 5 year. At 5 year, 11.59. 10 year, 10.72. Our last fund is the First Trust Healthcare Alpha Index ETF. ETF category is health. It's a health fund. This one tracks against the Sarta Quanta Healthcare Index. Expense ratio 0.62. So that means for every $10,000, about $62 in expenses. Okay, you get 77 different companies in this one. And what companies do you get? Holdings include Tenet Healthcare, Universal Health Services, Devante Healthcare Partners, United Therapeutic Corporation, Veritas Inc., and Premier Inc. All right, and let's look at that sector breakdown there. Industry exposure, pharmaceuticals and biotechnology at 40.44, and medical equipment and services at 32.04, and then finally healthcare providers at 27.52. Let's check out that performance. What do we have for the 1 year? 15.62. 3 year, negative 1.79. 5 year, 8.78. And 10 year, 7.22. All right, now let's take a look at what it would look like if we invested in all four funds consistently over a 5 and 10 year span of time. All right, now jumping into this exercise, we're going to have someone investing consistently $8,000 per year. And again, we have four funds. Our first one, large cap, 1 year return 35.75, 5 year 13.98, 10 year 12.28. Next up is our mid cap momentum one, 36.01 in 1 year, 5 year 10.43, and 10 year 9.36. Followed up by our small cap, which has a 32.67 for 1 year, 5 year 11.59, 10 year 10.72. Finally, our healthcare sector play, 15.62 in the 1 year, 5 year 8.78, and 10 year 7.29. All right, so in year one, that $8,000 would have helped your balance get roughly to $10,400. Now let's take a look at what it would look like in 5 years. All right, 5 years, nice, it's starting to spread out. All right, so your invested dollars would have been $40,000, so 72% of the account. And then the remaining $15,600 would have been all growth. So it would be 72% principal and 28% growth, bringing your account balance to roughly $55,688. Now let's take a look at that long-term investment. We're going really long-term here. We're going 10 years. Let's see if we can break 100K. Nice, we pulled it off. We're at 144, and you're starting to see a nice breakaway in the account too. So let's go through the numbers. Invested dollars would have been $80,000. That's 57%. The remaining 43% of the account would have been $60,000, $60,300 roughly, and that would have been all growth. So again, 57% invested dollars, and then 43% would be growth. Hope you enjoyed the review. So many more to come.
Hey, thanks for staying to the end. This video is brought to you by the Next Chapter team. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. This will help the channel reach out to more individuals just like you. We offer one-on-one coaching where we work with people and small businesses to determine a clear path to achieving their financial goals. This includes things like budgeting to reduce debts, planning for big purchases, and even learning how to build wealth with the tools that you have readily available to you. So please see our link below to schedule a free 30-minute call with our team to talk through coaching and understanding your current financial situation. Also, check out some of our affiliate links below for high yield savings account. This is a great place to put your money when you're saving up for those big purchases and your emergency fund. Check out some of our videos right here, and please enjoy and see you in the next video.